Truly, we are children of God, and praise God for that. Praise God that God had decided to come down into this earth, decided to give up everything, all of glory and all of heaven, and decided to come down to die for us and to call us His children. I am so glad and I'm so honored to have that title, to have that name, to be able to call myself a child of God. And that's something I actually want to talk about today. Today I'm going to open up to John chapter 8, verse 12. And it says the following. John chapter 8, verse 12 says, "And Jesus spoke to them, saying, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have light of life." Today I want to talk to us about what it means to have the light, what it means to be a child of God, what it means to be a follower of Christ, and what it means in our lives. On a daily practical perspective, how do we truly demonstrate this life? How do we truly show the world that we are children of God? Because they will see us and they will be able to glorify God because of us. They will not find other things in this world that will show them that there's a God other than seeing God's glory being worked through us. So I want to talk about light, and I want to talk about what it means for us to be that. I'm going to open up to Matthew chapter 5, verse 14. And this is where Jesus is talking to us as Christians what we should be. And he's talking about being the salt, and he's talking about being the light. And I'm just going to read it as one passage. And it says from verse 13, it says, "You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt lost its taste, how shall its saltiness be restored? And if it is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled under people's feet. You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden, nor do people light a lamp and put it under a basket, nor under a stand, but on a stand, and it gives light in the house that it is put. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven." Today I want to talk about that. Very oftentimes, we like to say that we need to be a light of the world, we need to be an example, but I feel like today, nowadays, more so than ever, we need to be that light. We need to be in our communities nowadays where everything has shifted. Nowadays, when we are stuck at home, where we are stuck in our neighborhoods, where we are stuck in the places where we are supposed to be the light there. We cannot let and allow the darkness, the evil, the depression, the hardships that have come upon us, the difficulties that surround us. We cannot allow that to overburden our light. We are to be the light of this world. We are to shine and outshine what is around us. We are to be the examples of people that others will look into us and they will glorify God because of us. We are to be the people that God uses for His glory, for His praise. My question today is, am I doing that? In my own life, am I finding ways to truly glorify God? Today I'm looking at my life and I'm thinking, am I just trying to just live life, just trying to get by, or am I looking and I'm trying to be that light? Am I trying to find ways in my community, within my neighbors, within the place that I go, even when I go to the store to go get some essential things? Am I being the light? Am I trying to show grace and love and patience and kindness? When I'm in a line, do I smile? Do I help the next person? Or do I frown? Do I push people aside? Do I angrily stand there and in complete disgust wait as the person in front of me can't take care of themselves? Today is the opportunity for you to be the light, for you to shine what you are to be, to show others that if you are truly a child of God, if you truly want to carry the title of a Christian, for you to display Christ as He to live in you. If you are a Christian, if you are a follower of Christ, Are you living a life that is representative of Him? You know, I like this example, and I share it. I've shared it a few times, but I think nowadays it's even more evident. You know, a lot of times we like to say that we are commissioned by Christ to go and to preach to the ends of the world. And we are. But right now, our end of our world is really, really close. The ends of our world is our household, our neighborhood, the store where we go to. And I'm not demising the missionaries that go out and far into the world, go into Asia and beyond, and go into India and China and go into Africa and to go many, many countries in South America. I'm not belittling them. They are doing a great, great work for God. But all of us here are also commissioned to the same thing, to make disciples of Christ. And here's my example, here's my analogy. A lighthouse, where it is built, it shines. A lighthouse, wherever you put it, its intention is to stand as tall as it can and to shine as far as it can to bring the lost ships to shore, to show them that this is a safe harbor and they need to come and they need to anchor themselves. Oftentimes, we like to think ourselves that, oh, if only I could go, if only I could do, if only I could speak, if only I could share, if only I had the tongue, or if only I had the arms or the opportunity, the wisdom, the money, whatever. If I had those resources, I would do great things. And my call to you today is that you have that. You are the lighthouse that has been placed in your household. You're the lighthouse that has been placed in your neighborhood. You're the lighthouse that has been placed in your surrounding. Because, to be honest, if you want to change the world, you need to change your country. And if you want to change your country, you need to change your state. And if you want to change your state, you need to go change your county. And if you want to change your county, you should change your city. And if you want to change your city, you should change your street. And if you want to change your street, you need to change the home that's inside of it. And if you want to change what's happening in the home, you need to change yourself. If you want to bring change, if you want to bring light to the far ends of the world, it needs to start within you. It needs to start within inside of you, and as it grows and as it penetrates beyond your house, as it penetrates beyond your neighborhood, as it goes beyond where you go, and as people see the words that you speak, the actions that you do, the things that you say, people see and they're like, wow, that is a person that has something within them, that has some kind of light, that has something that I want to have as well. That is the light that we should be spreading. That is the lighthouse that I call all of us to be. Wherever we are placed, wherever we are to shine the light and to shine as far and as bright as we can. I want to read one more passage from Romans chapter 13. Romans chapter 13, verse 12. It says, "The night is far gone, and the day is at hand. So then let us cast off the works of darkness and put on the armor of light." We all have gone through Sunday school, or most of us have, and there we learn about the armor of God that we need to put on. You know, the helmet of salvation and the breastplate of righteousness. But all of those things, an armor itself in the Roman times, it was made out of metal. And any metal has the ability to rust. And any metal has the ability to decay and eventually vanish. But here we read an armor of light. An armor that shines. An armor that does not vanish. An armor that only glows and penetrates and moves into the area that you go into. I believe each and every one of us is given the opportunity to be equipped with their own personal armor. Each person has the opportunity to utilize it too. The question to myself was, well, if this is my armor, if this is the resource that I'm supposed to use to light up the world around me, my question is, how bright is my armor? Is my armor bright enough just to light my little pathway in front of me, just enough to get me by on this day? Is my armor enough just for me to read a passage out of the Bible, pray, and move on in life? Or is my light so bright that it outshines everything else around me, that it shines beyond my reach, that others around me see what's going on inside of me, that others look and they're like, wow, that is a person that follows Christ. That is an example of a Christian. That is what I want to have as well. I want to be just like them. Young people nowadays, they go around and try to become like those people that are on the internet. These people who do or who don't know, they're called influencers. They're the people that set the standard, that set the tone, that send the trends, that send whatever it is nowadays. And believe it or not, many young people, or if not all people nowadays, are utilizing the internet to help define themselves, to see what is it that somebody else is doing and how does it reflect in my life. As we all go through this, I remember talking to a few teenagers, and basically every single one of them inspires at some point, if possible, to do a career online. And primarily, they want to be, believe it or not, want to be a YouTuber. They want to be able to influence somebody. They want to be able to show others of what they're able to do, or what they're able to create, or what they're able to say or come up with. Well, my question is, if Christ called us to be the light, the way that I see it is, Christ called us to be an influencer. Christ called us to influence the world around us and to bring light into it. So my question further is, well, how am I influencing the world? How am I projecting the name of Christ into this world? What are my actions and what are my words showing about me and about Christianity? When others look at my account, when others look at either my YouTube videos or my TikToks or my posts or my stories, and whatever I am a part of, whatever I am doing, what do they see in me? Do they see the light of Christ shining through me, penetrating and going beyond me and going into this internet and going beyond into this world? Or do they see the secular world reflected on me? Do they see the darkness that is all around this world, a shade of it reflected off of me? My question is my light, the light that I shine, is it pure? Is it clean? And how bright is it? How much am I shining for the glory of God? So today, all I really want to ask us is to challenge us. We all know that there's this star in the sky. We call it the sun. It's pretty bright, specifically on a sunny day. It's kind of hard to look at. Believe it or not, when you actually study the cosmos, our sun is actually not that bright. There's a brighter star out there. And so, my calling is, I would first ask us to shine as bright as our sun, if you can, and if you're able to. But I believe you can, and I believe you can shine out brighter. I believe you can shine brighter than the brightest star in our whole universe. But I'm going to go beyond. I call us to shine so bright that we outshine all of the stars combined, so that we are able to create a vacuum of light, so that we are able to create a vacuum of goodness and grace and love and mercy and patience, a vacuum of God's goodness and grace. Tonight, I call us to be the light in this world. Tonight, I ask us, just as God, as Jesus Christ came to this earth and says, you are the light of the world, a city set on a hill. Don't hide your light. Don't let it go out. Burn bright. Burn as much, as far, as hard as you can. May God use you to glorify his name, to praise his name, and that his will may be done in your life. God bless you all.